Come on, Rangers!
Come on, Rangers! Missed the whole game.
Since arriving in the National League, Dorking Wanderers seem to be transitioning into a mid-table team, and that's by no means a pejorative term. On the contrary, as one of just 3 part-time sides in English football's top non-league tier, sitting anywhere above the bottom 4 is a position that ought to be lauded. Their last 3 games have brought a win, a draw and a defeat, and as long as they pepper these runs with victories, the ultimate goal, to stay in the division, will be achieved. Today they have hope of adding to their points tally. Wealdstone are coming to town, another semi-pro club who, while being several places above Dorking in the league table, are struggling for form. Just 1 victory in their last 8 games, after an excellent start to the season, has seen the North West London club slide down the table. Wealdstone are now in their 3rd National League season, after gaining promotion from the South during the first year of the Covid pandemic, under current coach Stuart Maynard. And just as the home side do, the visitors look upon this fixture as a winnable game, and a chance to push back up toward the playoff places.
I feel like it's a winnable game at home. They've only won 1 in 8, which is, I mean, if that was us, fucking hell, we've won 1 in 8. I'm trying to think what sort of things would have happened. We'd have sacked the fucking car park attendant. We'd have sacked about 4 coaches, everybody except me.
Yeah, look, I think every game you go into, you've got to have that belief that you can get something from the game. We know that it's going to be a tough game. They're free scoring, but they're also conceding a lot of goals, which I know Marc will be trying to address. But it's hard. He's had a lot of injuries. We've had a lot of injuries. It's hard to get that continuity.
The way we play here, we just want to go and play football again. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you had a bad result, you want to get back out there. So, yeah, but it definitely is one of those games you'd be more worried about you than the opposition, that's for sure.
I think we're both of a similar philosophy. We like to pass the ball, play through the lines. So look, it'll be a good technical game and it'll be a good advert for the level.
Quite excited, big run of games come in. The league, which is, you know, you could throw a blanket over pretty much 12, 14 teams. So it could be quite exciting times if we get it right.
You've got an ex-Dorking goalkeeper. Does he give you any insight?
No, look, if I'm being honest, we do all our own research. He was with the club over a year ago, so for us, we look at it, we do our research on Dorking, we watch the last 4 or 5 games back that they've played, we look for strengths and weaknesses, and that's how we prep.
If you've won 1 in 8 and you're not the owner, which is obviously the case in 99.9% of situations, then you're under a bit of pressure, really.
We adapt for the likes of everyone. We always look to make sure that we can create an overload within games through changing our shape.
It's funny to hear you say that because he's obsessed with overloads. So we're looking at 2 teams looking for overloads today.
That's it. You'll see centre-halves going forward and round centre-halves overlapping them. So yeah, it'll be an entertaining game. Look, you do it within a structure. I think they do it within a structure as well, and they do it very well. And I think if you look at their possession stats within the division, they're high up there as well as we're high up there. And that's the reason you're prepared to have that risk and reward, to risk people going forward, but within a structure.
I'm mostly happy today because I just feel like it's a big run of league games, and I just feel like, you know, 3 points today, like a clean sheet. I feel like 3 points today will be sort of really buzzing for this period. Do you know what I mean? This is what football's all about. It's enjoyable, being with your mates. Like, we have such a good environment. This is why you play football. It's a long time gone. So I'm really excited today. And all we've got to do really is keep a clean sheet. That is the bottom line. I'm really confident. Mostly confident because we've actually been playing really well. The performances have been really, really good. So I'm actually really, really positive. So the intel tells me they're going to play 3-5-2. They might tweak that like Yeovil did to 3-4-3. Yeah? So if it's 3-4-3, I'm going to ask Niall because he always knows the answer. So that's why I'm asking him. I'm starting to get impressed by that. Niall, where's the overload of their 3-4-3?
Midfield.
So midfield becomes what?
3v2.
Perfect. Well done, mate. Against Yeovil, remember? He's been playing 3-5-2, and he's in his interviews, unless he's blagging it, which he might be, he's sort of talked about sticking with it, it's a process, blah, blah, blah. And they actually do try to get their back three on the ball. Obviously, that's how we want them to play, so we've got that defensive overload and playing out overload. If they do go 3-4-3, we have to use this 3v2 here. Okay? Now what really good managers do is then do that on purpose and just give it to one centre-half. Yeah? I'm not worried if they do that one bit, because I think, Ed, you're there today with Dan on the right and Bobby on the left. And if they do that, Ed, you're just driving to, not counting, just think, get it in your head, I'm just driving into space, mate. for as fucking long as I want. You can come and press me. We'll see what happens next. Yeah. From our point of view, we're going to play 4v2 hopefully. Yeah. Obviously, if they play differently, I'll let you know. But I don't think they're going to. It's business as usual. 3-5-2. Yeah. If they play a different way, just so you know, if they play a different way, it will be for the first time in 6 games. But if they do play a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, then that means playing out, we've got to be uber dynamic going around the outside. If it's a bit Altrincham-esque and they've got a really good press on like that, you're going to go right back really quickly. And we're just going to give ourselves an overload at the back. Do you understand? Right? So he'll go right back, Niall, and the rest of the team is a 4-3-3. That means we'll have Bobby or Niall as overloads playing out. All of this means nothing if we don't have a good warm-up. Yeah, get ready. You know, what I would say is, the flavour of today you could take from me is, Gafford's really confident, really happy. Wealdstone have won 1 in 8. You know, we're playing well. You could take all of those things and put them in a box and you could go, yeah, I think we're going to win today. And then that could mean that you then do things at 80, 90%. And you can't, not in this division. Not in this division. Because these teams are turning up here, likewise thinking this is somewhere we can get a result, even though we know the situation, okay? All right, so we have to be really switched on. All right, let's go.
Match to match is very up and down. We've had some good wins, we've had some bad performances, bad results. To be honest, overall, I think we're doing well this season. So I'll take a draw from today, but obviously like a win, but a draw I think would be a fair result.
But in terms of how we've been playing recently, it's not up to what we've been doing. I mean, we've exceeded expectations so far in the league, have been relatively high up, because we're normally in a relegation battle. That's how we almost failed last year. But
there's been a few ups and downs. We won South back in 2019-20, which was quite good. But yeah, we just want to look to stay up in the National League. Yeah, we had our FA Cup game last week. That was a bit, but yeah.
What happened?
We lost 5-3 away to Boreham Wood, and yeah, we didn't play the best. But yeah, just stay up this season.
I have never been to Dorking's ground before, and I'm a bit of a tourist round grounds.
Right.
And I've always carried on supporting Wealdstone. Although it was a long time between 1966, when I went to the Amateur Cup final, and probably about 2016 when I went to see them again.
Wow.
So, second season, so we've done well last season to stay in it. Hopefully we do the same this season, and by the way things are going, we're aiming that way.
We normally play a 3-5-2 system, kind of 3 at the back, keep the ball, press when we can.
I like to pass it out from the back, which can be a bit frustrating at times. It's very slow build-up play, and then catch the away team with a bit of pace on the break.
I think it's more genuine. It's not all about money like the Premiership is, and I've grown rather tired of the Premiership, to be honest. It's fantastic quality, but no loyalty anymore.
Well, our main striker just left last week, so probably
You're disappointed about that?
Yeah, very, because he was, I think, 3rd top goal scorer. I'm not exactly sure, but I think he had 5 or 6 goals. Right. So yeah, probably Olamola. He scored 2 last week, so hopefully he can do well this week.
well, it's weird because we recently just sold Reece Brown to Woking. We got quite a bit of money for him, which is probably the main reason, because you need money if you're going to stay up in these leagues, if you're going to run well. So that's probably going to be the main challenge today. But you never know, he might, because he got a good few goals against Boreham Wood, so he might produce something. You never know.
Yeah. So you've got Cooks, centre back.
Four's different to that.
28 is a left back or. In fact, we'll look at the size, and when they come out though, pick out the size.
What's 1.9?
Not this again.
1.9 metres. This.
Tell me, I know 182. 182 is 6 foot.
He's 1.9.
Oh, okay. So who's that? Number 6.
This is this Mason Barrett.
Right. So that's Dan.
6'3".
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Dan. Ed's number 2. Dan's 6. Mate, get me a clean sheet, Dan. Get me a clean sheet, please.
Seb looked fucking on fire.
Who?
Seb. Really good.
He's only getting better, mate.
This is the first time they've kicked the ball. All they've done is stretch.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Like literally, that is all they've done.
Though.
Yeah.
It's interesting. See the board, yeah? I think they're 3-4-2-1. So see the Blues, yeah? Okay. So I think if they're intelligent, Dan, this is very key. This is our playing out. The 3-4-2-1 do that, and they'll give it to the centre half. If they do that, obviously do that, what's going to happen is this. You're going to see the pitch change. Wingers should always be high anyway. Watch me, watch me, watch me. Dan will go full back, Bobby full back, Ed angle, Jebby in here, yeah? And then we'll see Niall and Josh really in behind that. Listen, it's going to be a great game, this one, right? Pass them off the pitch. It's just plain and simple. That's why all the fans come back every game. Just pass them off the fucking pitch. Josh and Niall win your fucking battles. Be aggressive all over. Don't force passes. When we get out wide, get balls in the box. Don't play in pockets. You know how we play. You're doing it. You're doing it, and it's only fucking 10, 12 games in. You're already doing it, okay? So just get to fuck, do what we do, okay? Come on.
Our storytelling should be strong enough this week that you don't need this narration to tell you, like Matt Damon talking into the camera and spoon-feeding you The Martian, that the Dorking bench are rather keen to figure out what formation Stuart Maynard is deploying for Wealdstone today. And even though the game has kicked off, Dino, Carl and co have yet to peg it down.
And Carl heard him say, right back three over here.
In the opening moments of the game, the Wanderers players don't seem too bothered either way, especially with Seb Bowerman cutting in from the left.
It's like a four, doesn't it? It's like a four, doesn't it? Back four, isn't it? It's definitely a back four.
Dino seems pretty sure they're up against a back four, but again, the attacks down the flank aren't impeded, regardless of Wealdstone's shape.
Fucking pushing it back now. I'm not pushing it back.
James McShane might be the league's top scorer, but we're still questioning his aerial prowess.
This bloke's playing wing back. There's 23. Is it wing back? The 23. Yeah.
Dino and Carl are calculating the opposition positions as if they were Lambeau in Goodwill Hunting. Marc, in the meantime, has settled on the idea that Wealdstone are playing a back four, and he's adjusting accordingly.
Yeah, Dan swapped with Dan. They're playing a back four, okay?
What, you got right back?
Boys, we don't need to spend half hour on it, right? So bottom line is okay, yeah? If you're saying that's the case, who's their right winger? It's
right
not, it can't be John, is it? Their left winger.
Seven is just pushed right on here.
Okay.
The visitors could be playing a back nine. It wouldn't make too much difference. Dorking have them pegged back and they're looking for the breakthrough.
Go on, Seb. Over a kick. Fucking scored that, mate.
Make a note about their counters, yeah?
Jack Gibbs attempts to sneak the ball outside of the corner quadrant and noticed by the crowd, who politely inform the referee, a process that doesn't impress either bench.
Shouldn't take our fans to be screaming, really. But shouldn't take our fans to be screaming.
When the corner does come in, it leads to a needless and potentially problematic booking for Ed Harris when he approaches former teammate Sam Howes.
It's in the air! It was in the air! Fourth. It's in his hand, fourth.
Contrary to popular opinion, that is a mandatory booking.
When he throws it, he's 5 yards away.
5 yards.
Ref! Not good enough, ref, at all! Their fans told you one of the D!
15 minutes into the game and Wealdstone muster their first attack of note. Taran Alarakia feeds Micah Robiero, who hits a power shot at Dan Lincoln's hands.
Time.
Despite their dominance, Marc wants to change to a back four to counter Wealdstone's system and to give a bit more support at the back, where Ed Harris is on a yellow card.
Dan! Dan! Centre half! Niall! Tell Niall goal, yeah?
Dominic Hutchinson feeds Alarakia, and his only just offside finish is perhaps a clue as to why Marc wants to shore things up at the back.
No! 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 We can't stay that way. Ed's on the booking as well, that's the problem. Not just that. No! Off we go. No! Hi! Bobby! Play! Ed!
Switch on now.
Over the top. It goes. Overload there. Well done. Play. Play. Off you go. Ed, get it back. No. Ed's on a booking. I don't want to leave him in a free. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Winger. That's it. Yep. He's their wide boy, yeah? 4. I think it's like 4-2-3-1, John, right? Yeah. That's what I think it is.
It would appear that the formations are finally settled, which means we're going to need a new talking point, and Dorking don't take long to provide that.
They're a back 4.
Yes, we've got that now. RE the goal. Seb Bowerman plays in Ryan Seeger, whose initial effort is saved by Sam Howes. Fortunately for the Seeger master system, the ball bounces kindly and he squeezes home the rebound. Wealdstone, however, are slightly miffed that neither of these challenges resulted in a free kick.
The mega drive. As we are! Press!
The Stones do manage to rally after the goal, with Dorking conceding a soft free kick down their right-hand side.
It's a foul! That's a foul! Get on with it!
Which gives Giovanni McGregor a chance to deliver into the box.
Bobby in that space!
Great head, Ed. Is it Ed?
Well defended.
Great defended.
The subsequent corner gives Olamola a chance to try a Gianfranco Zola-style flick.
No, he's crushed it off.
Wealdstone have the personnel to counter swiftly, so when James McShane gets caught on the wrong side of Ashley Charles, he knows he can't afford to let the midfielder get away.
Stay with the runner.
Macca gets a yellow, and that gives Marc something to think about. But at the moment, he's preoccupied with what Wealdstone are planning next.
I think they're going to keep Beardy, Dukes. I think they're changing to a back 3. So just keep, if they do, we're going to change back to how we started.
John,
yeah?
They're trying to go man for man. They can't handle the overload.
We spent a long time pondering the scripts for the next bit, but we came to the conclusion we ought to just let it speak for itself.
Fucking love that. Proper tackle.
Oh my God! The Kane's left his man.
Offside.
Alarakia has once again drifted offside, and that saves Josh and Niall from potentially the worst moments in their semi-professional careers.
I'm not sure he knows the rules, that fella. I'm not sure he knows the rules. If we're still offside like 3 times.
They are going to give me an earful when they see how many times I show this over and over again, but we just can't let it go. What were they thinking? Have you ever seen anything like it? Wealdstone might be incapable of staying on side, but they are creating openings, and Dominic Hutchinson is the next to find space around the Dorking defence.
Ed! Stay! Stay! Danji! Danji! Relax! Just keep it! Just keep the ball!
The home side get hold of the ball and do their best to keep control of it, as per Marc's request. But a loose pass leaves Dan Gallagher exposed. The break was so promising that the Wealdstone bench were infuriated that the advantage wasn't played.
It's just lazy. Keep the ball, keep them moving. Don't play into us.
So 23 out here.
Yeah.
Run a ball!
They've gone to a back 3 now, haven't they?
Yeah.
A change in the Wealdstone shape gets Marc thinking about whether or not the Wanderers need to switch formations to deal with it.
Four's dropped in. That's the 4 dropped in, yeah.
Ed! Ed! Ed, go back to where we started the game. 3-5-2. Go back to it. Niall, back in centre mid.
Higher them.
Jimmy.
Maybe they have.
Hey.
Dan, stand him up, Dan, stand him up.
Don't do anything, Dan. Stand your feet, Dan, stand your feet.
Both the Dorking centre-backs are on a booking, and that makes it hard for them to commit to a challenge, which leads to Giovanni McGregor getting an opening.
What are you saying, John?
John the Bible has realised Wealdstone are switching shape in and out of possession, so the switch back to 3-5-2 may have been premature.
All right, okay. No, sorry, no. Come back. Sorry, Macca. Back to where we were. Dan, back 4, sorry. I'm thinking we're going to go, I want to full press them. I'm thinking we're going at half time, most likely, okay? All right? I'm thinking about full pressing them and just putting a bit more height on at the back and put Ox up front.
Boys, bring the set pieces in, Nick.
No, sub, stay out. I need Ottaway. Oh, Harry!
Hey, go on. Harry, just you in.
Obviously, football is an intelligence game, okay? All right? So the reason they've had possession last 20 is because you guys haven't used your overload. And when they've had it, they have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your overload, when you went long and moaned at someone, your overload, the bloke will cut you off. It was just back to Dan, back out there. That was it. Done. You can see it. You should be screaming it. If another team's got an overload and you go direct, what do you do? What are you doing? You're playing into a defensive overload. I'll be really upset if that keeps happening. Right, listen, I'm going to take a punt on this one. We're going to go 3-5-2. Macca, tactical, you're coming off. Okay, mate? Booking and tactical, okay? Right, simple as that. The other boys on booking's got to be careful. Harry is going to go in the 10. We're going to go 3-5-2. Right, watch this. They are 4-2-3-1. Now, we're a full press. Jimmy, I praised you on Tuesday. Your full press has not been good enough when it was there. A full press is not, I'll get there when he's past it. A full press is, I make him think, if he even wants the ball, it's a nick. I think you've had a good half, but I just think you've played in fits and spurts. But we're changing formations, you've got to think, I get that. Your job now, Jimmy, is that dude. Yeah? Got it? So, to win the game, we've got to play when it's there, trust each other. So, sometimes, like we did at training, we'll just give it to Bob on his left or Dan on his right, and you'll put it straight into the wingers. Yeah? Okay? You all right? You sure? He needs you high straight away. Yeah? So sometimes we'll go in and get it, and if it is fully pressed, what we will never do now, never, is pass back to Dan. Do you understand? Okay, unless they change their formations. Everyone got this? You understand? At the moment, if they don't change their formation, they're full press. Right? So, great opportunity for 3 points, boys. Great opportunity, but you're going to have to think loads. If at any point you go quiet, any point, yeah, it'll go wrong for you. And I'm not being negative. I'm telling you, don't let them think they can kick the ball off you. They've used their overload. That's all they've done. Right? The minute you're in high areas, they are defensively weak in high areas. Right? Okay, come on.
OK, so it's time for kit watch. What are we up against here? Yellowish, kind of a really crappy yellow, white and blue. It's not a really bad colour scheme. It's a bit 90s, a bit retro 90s, this kit. And what we like about fcfootballkit.com is that they're not retro, they're modern. They're really modern. They're looking to the future. We'd suggest going with fcfootballkit.com. Marc's plan for the midfield to battle the opposition man for man will only work if the Wanderers can get close to their men. But as the second half gets going, it becomes very clear that Wealdstone are not going to make that an easy task. Olamola feeds in Alarakia and he dances into the box like Vaslav Nijinsky on speed. Silent silence befalls the bench. The goal is a hammer blow for the Dorking players, who were desperate to keep only their second clean sheet of the season. Sadly, Dan Lincoln's hand is no stronger than a 9-2 offsuit against a flop of 3 queens, and the ball nestles into the corner of the goal.
I'm saying, but should almost into space rather than.
Come on! Bobby forward! Bobby forward! Hey, number 9, yeah? He drops in, goes with him.
The Wanderers are wounded by the goal, yet all is far from lost. With Seb Bowerman working the wings like Brian Blessed and Flash Gordon, and the freshly introduced Harry Ottaway giving the centre-backs something new to deal with, Dorking have plenty of hope.
Jump on! Jump on! Excellent, Harry.
Wealdstone have got their equaliser, but now they don't seem to have a plan. It's just their defence and a constant onslaught of Dorking attacks.
Shine! Get in! In now! In now!
We've got to think this is the day we'll get a 2-3-1er.
Niall McManus's late challenge gives Wealdstone a chance to clear their lines, and the free kick hangs up invitingly for Jack Cook to head at goal.
Got to run ahead.
Marc's cranking up the pressure still by bringing on wing wizard Nick Wheeler.
Let's go, Nicky!
Perhaps in an effort to redeem themselves after their slapstick routine in the first half, Josh and Niall are controlling the midfield. Yet, with 22 minutes left on the clock, it's a long ball that unpicks the Wealdstone rearguard. As with the first goal, the Wealdstone players, steady on Mitch, are incensed at the refereeing here, and while we sympathise with them, by the letter of the law, the officials probably got that one right. Ryan Seeger is offside when Lincoln connects with the ball, but when defender Ashley Charles goes for it and messes up his touch, it's a new phase. That probably is a foul though. Still, we never claim to be impartial, and we like nothing more than seeing Harry the Hot Dog Ottaway get a goal, particularly after playing so well.
Edge cramping up. You've put bomb on the right.
Marc is considering changing shape or personnel in order to see this one over the line. It's either Samuel Abd or Cal Kennedy, who will need to replace Ed the Rock Harris. He's cramping up. On the pitch, both teams are going at it, and with 20 minutes left to play, this one could go either way.
Off you go, Seb! Forward! Forward only! Forward only! Good! Forward! Higher! Seb, higher! Seb, higher!
Stones fans are again infuriated by the officials for not getting that free kick as Dorking look for a killer third. What could have been the third controversial goal is ruled out for the ball going out of play. In the meantime, Ed's cramping legs have finally got the better of him.
Don't want to see him. Don't see him, but tell him to take his time. Yeah, let's go. I've turned up for the battle last 10. That's been the difference in 10 minutes, just winning the battle.
Dorking is set for the final 15. Can they keep the Stones at bay for that long?
Press it high! Press!
The press is not working, and Obiera gets the ball to Sam Matthews, who lines up a long-range shot. The ball flies past Lincoln's right hand, and then hits the foot of the post.
Shallow! Shallow!
When Marc shouts the word shallow, it means he wants the keeper to find someone further up the pitch. So a short ball to Dan Gallagher, followed by an under-hit clearance, is not exactly ideal.
Fuck off! How was it? I thought it was his ankle.
Oh, open shoulder, Cal! Fucking hell, mate.
It gives Wealdstone a chance to create a playground-style Wembley singles mess in the box.
Come on, boys.
Lincoln, Taylor and Jeb do well before the hot dog takes charge.
It comes from Dan's kick. We're saying go shallow, take the pressure off ourselves. They all go to go shallow. Dan just gives it to Dan. Dan goes right foot. And then Dan Gallagher, to be fair, fucking ungrits it.
Since coming on at half-time, Ottaway has been incredibly influential, and he fancies getting himself another goal.
Water.
Bobby could go in with him.
I mean, how do people walk through us like they do?
Everything positive is going through the hot dog, and his layoff allows Seb Bowerman to slice open the Stones' defence and give Niall a chance to show us he doesn't always fall over.
That's got one of the worst finishes of all time.
There's a good chance he's going to blame the pitch for this one. Dorking could really do with the third, because the Stones have not given up hope of taking a point home.
Jebby!
Sub David Sesse has a hell of a chance to level, but Jack Jebb bravely puts his head in the way, and Dan Lincoln isn't even called upon. We're deep into injury time when Sam Howes goes long. The ball eventually ends up with Harry Ottaway, and we have no words for exactly how well he and then Seb Bowerman do in the following seconds.
Win it, H, go on. Go on, Seb, 1v1, on your own, on your own. Get us up here, make sure we're right here.
With the third goal securing the win, the entire team and bench celebrate. Ryan Seeger's trademark close-range finish breaking the hearts of Sam Howes and company. And for as well as Seeger and Bowerman did for the goal, Harry Ottaway's efforts have not gone unnoticed.
Good sub for once, aren't they? Harry's changed the game, really. All the subs have done brilliant, and Nicky's done well.
Final whistle is imminent, so there's just enough time for Niall McManus to finally make up for falling over Josh Taylor in the first half.
He feels so bad. He's got to be one of the worst print in front of goal I've ever seen in my life. That one he missed earlier was unbelievable. It's like his legs went at the last minute.
Sage, drop in then, Sage. Jebby, stay with 11 now. Jebby, stay 11.
See your place, mate. See your place, mate. Cheers. Cheers, boys. Cheers, mate. See your gas. Cheers, boys.
Well done, Jebby. Jebby, class, mate. Yeah. Jebby, fucking brilliant. Right.
Difference in that game, plain and simple. Won your battles when you had to. Subs that came on, done brilliantly, won their battles, encouraged the rest of the team to win their battles. That was the difference. You know, at this level, it only takes one person not pressing the right player or not doing it aggressively enough, and it can put everybody else out of sync. Yeah, and then you saw the opposite second half. Niall and Josh lock on, Otts and Seeger lock on, we lock on as a team, we're tidy in possession, and in the end, you know, it was really comfortable. I thought it was excellent, boys, to a man, really good. That's how you win games in this division. That's how you have to win games, and that's what we've done. Full press, won our battles, and in high areas, we dominated the ball. And obviously, if Niall could shoot, like, that's actually one of the worst finishes I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm actually serious.
It did skid on though. Like, it skidded on and I was like, which one? It's the only thing that's ever skidded on in that free chair.
Did it actually?
Yeah. He put some top spin on it. I thought you were on about throwing a drag turn that went through and got on. That one I just thought. So that's the first time wasting that last shot, mate.
And now we've got Woking Tuesday. Very good team, Woking. Very, very good team. Yeah. I just feel like, and it is, you know, you can't, this is the bit, these are the, I truly believe that we'll get further with this group of players than we will signing boys. But There are decisions you have to make about the way you play football. Bobby, I give you a lot of shit, but credit you today because when you had to defend, you fucking did, right? Well done. And Ots led the way second half. That is how you do it. You go, I'm on the field, I'm going to start winning the battle, and you drag people with him, right? So, really good. I thought Seager didn't put a foot wrong the whole game, but fuck me, that was some influence for 45 minutes. But boys, it's one game, 3 points, but we needed, and best of all, boys, we needed, you know, if I could have chosen to concede one and win, I would have said I'd rather win that way. Because what we've done today, we conceded a goal, and I've criticised just for sort of that, what do we do when we concede, Scunthorpe, you know, all these areas where you concede a goal and you look around going, is that not it? But what we've done was we've just fucking turned up the heat. From the minute they scored, we dominated them from the minute they scored a goal. So it was really good, boys, in that respect. You'll have to report into Louis, game on Tuesday. Tomorrow, you have to do your recovery, yeah? All right, see you in a bit. Yeah, like, I thought it was at our best at 1-1. Like, we really turned it on. You have to have that ability in games to just, when all else fails, win your battles. Sounds like a basic, and you know, it's something you hear a lot of shit managers say, but maybe they're not that shit. Maybe they do just realise that in football, if you win your battles, that's a good starting point.
Obviously, it's still local to me, this club as it is anyway, so obviously we still only live 10 minutes up the road, so still see familiar faces, but like you say, you want to come here and have a good game, for sure. I feel like I've done everything I possibly could. Obviously, you want to be on the winning side for sure, but like I say, it was good to be back here. Obviously it's changed since last time I was here. Obviously had all the plans, but the stadium looks fantastic, and it's obviously good to see some of the lads that were obviously here before as well.
I haven't scored as many as I wanted to yet this season, so to get to today always helps, which was great.
Why do you think that is? Why don't you've scored as many as you'd felt?
I think it's just a mixture of things. Just you know how we play, we like to get crosses in the box, so it's just about sniffing out a chance. Some games you don't get as many chances as others. Some games I've missed a few, so yeah, it was just nice to score today, and hopefully that continues.
We've already got some uphill battles being part-time, and then on top of that we've had the obligatory injuries, you know, that have really hindered us. So we have to really work hard to understand how we can beat teams, and we have to work hard to make good decisions. And you know, I made a Scunthorpe away, I made a fucking decision that really pissed me off. And today, I've got the subs right, you know, and so it's really pleasing.
Everyone knows the way, obviously, Marc wants his teams to play anyway. They did ask a few questions on training during the week, but like I say, we're well known with two of them anyway. Obviously, the gaffer done his homework, and we did do our homework, but obviously the result wasn't on our side today. But we look forward to the next leg, obviously back at ours.
I think Ots has done brilliant since he's come into the team. Buzzing for him today to get the goal as well. But he brings other players into the game. You know, his presence on the pitch is really good, and it helps because he drags the centre-backs away for me to find that extra little space. And today, yeah, literally, he didn't put a foot wrong. He was unreal today.
Are you surprised to find Ottaway where he is such a pivotal player, given where he was when he first started for Dorking?
Not really, because he has got those, if it's Football Manager, he's got them ones that not many people have, like leadership, you know, strength, nous, you know, he's very creative, he knows how to hold a player down. It's invaluable. Modern footballers, apart from falling over, they've not really got a single tactic worth talking about. You know, but Harry's a really good player, and so I'm not surprised. No, I'm not surprised one bit. In actual fact, we was in a really bad bit of form, and we threw Harry in, having not played all season at Barnet away, when you were there without the camera because they wouldn't let us, and we won that game 1-0, and he ran himself in the ground, talked to everybody on the pitch. He hadn't kicked a ball all season. All season. That's brilliant. People say to me, oh, you're looking to buy a big striker, get a big striker. Well, yeah. If someone unbelievable came up, we need 3 strikers, to be fair. It's not a replacement. But unless they're unbelievable, you get a lot further with boys that know the gig, know the club, care about the club. You know what I mean? He's a good person, and he deserves that goal today because, you know, he's had some near misses, so I'm so fucking pleased he got that goal.
This week's episode was twice as long on Patreon, so for £3 a month you could be watching almost twice as much bunch of amateurs. It even features a penalty shootout at training, or even I took a penalty and I miss it and they all laugh at me. Anyway, this week's comment of the week comes from Carini, who says, Dorking definitely need a new manager. They've never looked like they've had any playing style this season. Awful. Don't think you've been paying attention, Carini.